Hello everyone. Now today we are going to start with multiplication, and the topic that I'm going to cover, it's the basics of multiplication along with the definitions of the terms that are included in multiplication. This will go for class 3 and 4. So let's begin. So in a multiplication sum, the number to be multiplied is called the multiplicand. Here if you can see, I have solved a sum. Again, we are going to learn how to solve a multiplication sum in the coming videos, but to understand the values, the numbers, how we put in a multiplication format, the first number that we are writing, the number that we need to multiply, is known as the multiplicand. Then next, the number by which we are multiplying. The number by which you multiply is called the multiplier. And the answer that we are getting in a multiplication sum, it is known as the product. Okay, just to give you a revision, in addition the answer is known as the total or the sum, right? In subtraction, the answer is known as the difference. In multiplication, the answer is known as the product. So each fundamental operation has their own vocabulary, own terms. So here I have given you the terms of the multiplication topic. Okay, so now having the understanding of the basic terms that we use in multiplication, now let's move on to the properties of multiplication. Now the first property, the product of any number and 1 is the number itself. Like 99 times 1 is 99 only. I'll give a very simple example since we all have been learning tables. So the first table, at the first position, it is always 2 times 1 is 2, 3 times 1 is 3. So we are repeating the given number only once. So we will absolutely get the same number. Whether it is a 2-digit number, 1-digit number or a 3-digit number, 128 times 1 means 1 times repeated, it will give us the same number. And sometimes you will have the question like this: multiplicand is not given, multiplier is 1 and the product is 634. So of course, since it has been repeated only once, so our multiplicand and the product both are same, right? So over here, when your multiplicand and product are same, so multiplier will be 1. Okay, so the product of any number and 1 is the number itself. Moving on to our second property is that the product of any number and 0 is 0. So 66 times 0 is 0. It has not been repeated. Nothing is repeated, so it will be 0. Here, if you have the answer as 0, so of course one of the numbers that you have been multiplying is 0. Why I have said that one of the numbers you have multiplied? Suppose, let me give you an example over here. Suppose 743 is there. We can have 2-3 numbers being multiplied together. Suppose this was your question and this was the blank. So when you have any numbers and the product is 0, so definitely one of the number that you have multiplied is 0. Okay, lastly, it's the same one whether it is a 2-digit number, 3-digit number or 4-digit number. If you have multiplied any number by 0, the product will be 0. Moving on to our next property, the order of the multiplicand. Now the order, do you understand? In addition also we have done the order of the addends. Whether it is 3 plus 4 or 4 plus 3, it will give you the same answer. And now since multiplication is repeated addition only, so over here also the order of the multiplicand and the multiplier, or rather I should say the order of the numbers that we are multiplying, it changes, but the product remains the same. We know the table. 6 times 4 is what? 24. and 4 times 6 is 24. So the order is changed, but the product is same. Similarly, for any number, whether it is a 3-digit number, now here 342 into 2 will give you 684, or you change the order, the product will remain the same. So in multiplication, remember kids, even if you change the order of the numbers, the product remains the same. Now over here it is the same thing, that whether we multiply when we are given more than 2. Like over here I have given 3 numbers that we have multiplied. So whether I multiply 3 and 4 first, here 3 4s are 12 multiplied by 5, and then it gives you 60. If more than 2 numbers are to be multiplied, they can be grouped, but the product remains the same. Here I have grouped 3 and 4, right? I can do it in another way also. I can group 4 and 5 also initially. So here 4 times 5 is 20. The answer is 60. Both the answers are same. So in addition, you can group any numbers and to make the multiplication process easy for you. Over here I think 4 times 5 20, so it was easy for us to get the answer, but the answer remains the same. Good luck.